Okay, so welcome everyone who's joining us in Zoom or on Facebook Live. Today, it's our third session for Mindfulness Mondays, and this is a four-part series. So each Monday from 11 to 12 noon Newfoundland time, Pam Martin-McDonald will be facilitating our session from Meridian Health and Wellness. I hope everyone is ready to enjoy relaxing and Mindfulness Monday, and over to you, Pam.
Thank you, Kim. Hi, everybody out there watching, and to those of you who are tuning in live, it's so nice to be with you. I love starting off my Monday morning, so it's a mindfulness. So today, like Kim said, is our third week, and just want to let you know that anybody who has missed the previous Mondays, they are recorded, and you can go back and watch them anytime if you want to practice some mindfulness, and it doesn't have to be on Monday either. So that's always available for you to go and check out. So this week we have a holiday in the week, and that is Remembrance Day. So I thought that before we get started, that we take a moment to recognize whatever this day means to you. And I'm also wearing red today. I don't have a poppy in, but I am wearing red. And this is my Newfoundland and Labrador Special Olympics shirt. So I was so proud to be able to wear this today, and having the red in it is super appropriate. And it's for all those brave people who, this is my explanation of Remembrance Day, all those brave people who were so courageous to go forth and give up their lives to give us at home a more peaceful, safe, and free place to live. So throughout our practice today, or any time during today, all through the rest of the week, you can take a moment just to reflect on that and send your love and light out to those people who have given so bravely of themselves over the years. And each day, we also have an opportunity to be brave and courageous ourselves in being the peacemakers and the change makers of this world. So we can all become peaceful warriors in our own right. Well, we're going to begin our practice with sitting comfortably, either in a chair or on a cushion or flat on the floor, whatever is more comfortable for you. I like to sit on a firm cushion, and that's what I have with me today. So let's sit ourselves centered on our cushion, making sure we're not tipping from one side or to the other side. And we're going to do a little bit of wiggling. We're going to really ground ourselves into the supports underneath us. And when we bring a little bit of movement, it helps us to really connect, shift a little bit away from the mind and the thinking, and get real curious into feeling and observing. And that is mindfulness. So what I'm going to do is give us a few minutes to really get into our positions. Close down our eyes and simply become the watcher. And what we're doing is watching of all things, observing with our senses, not trying to control anything, allowing and letting go from this place of calm, quiet, right here where you are seated. So let's first go with the ears. What might you hear? Inside the room, outside the room? What do you hear maybe even inside your own body? And now let's go to the nose. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. What do you smell? And then touch. What are your hands touching? Feel what your body is touching. And let's even go back to the breath. Feel the breath touching the rims of your nostrils and how the breath feels as it touches the inside of you, as it flows down through the back of your throat, down into your lungs, and all the way down to your belly. How does it feel as we invite it in deeper and deeper into our body? Getting real curious. I feel the coolness of the breath as it enters in through my body. And let it out through the mouth. Now let's feel the tongue. Bring your awareness to your tongue and move it around inside of your mouth. What do you taste? Getting curious and mindful of what's inside of our mouth. And you can even move your tongue and lick the lips. How does it feel? Now the roof of your mouth, your teeth, let's run your tongue along those. Touching and observing, checking in with your body. Now we're going to bring our hands together in a prayer position. Allow your thumbs to rest on your chest. And now we're going to get really tall in the body. We're still seated, but just like we planted a seed by rooting ourselves into the seed, we're going to grow taller in our body. So we're going to visualize that we are growing up from the seed, just like a seed growing up from the earth, pushing its way up, up, up. And the crown of our head is reaching up towards the sky. Feel how tall we are. We have more space in our chest. Our lungs are stretching out. Our shoulders are down and away from our ears. We feel long in the neck. And take a breath here. Now let it go. Does the breath feel different here? Once again, in through the nose, filling up the belly like a big balloon. Now draw the belly button in and gently up as you breathe out. I'll have a moment in quietness right here, and you can continue observing, feeling, noticing. Maybe even some thoughts are floating through the mind. Now come back to the breath. Release the hands back down to your thighs. Notice if your hands face up, the fingers and the palms open, or did they go down, facing down? And again, there's no good or bad or right or wrong. We're being curious, mindful, and observing. Feel the breath in your body. Feel your belly and your chest rise. And feel how it gently falls as you breathe out. When you're ready, gently blink the eyelids open, just like the wings of a butterfly. We're going to do some movement in the body now to help connect further by doing some circles. There we go, some big circles. Good morning, neck. You might feel some tight spots, and we want to continue to observe. What are we feeling? Let's go the opposite way now. We're paying attention to our body, tuning in to whatever it is from this place of calm. And now what I'm going to do is draw my left ear down towards the left shoulder. Trying to keep that right shoulder down. Sometimes it tends to creep up, so let's check in with that. Is my shoulder creeping up as I turn my head to the left? See if we can keep it down. Keep the hands really relaxed and soft. And now breathe in here. Breathe into that open place that we're working on in the neck. Let it out. Gently come up the center. Now we're going to do the other side. Right ear down to right shoulder. Making sure that my left is not coming up with it. I want to create some space in there. Breathe in deeply. Is one side tighter than the other? This is how we find out when we check in. Another deep breath here. Really sending our breath into that space on the left side of our neck. Building up the belly. Letting it go. Back up to center. Take any more movements that you feel you want to take. Always have permission to listen and do what your body wants to do. We're going to reach our arms out away from the body. So we're stretching. Everything is opening up here in the center. The fingertips of my right hand and the fingertips of my left hand have laser beams coming out of them. And I'm being pulled apart at the center. So we're going to keep the shoulders down away from the ears. There's still some length in the neck. It's growing. And now across the chest, we're getting bigger and bigger, opening up, breathing in, and letting it go. And we're going to add in the lion's breath. And I love this. On a Monday morning, we're just going to let things out. So breath in. Two more like that. Breathe it in. Any kind of sound that you want to make, but allow the body to release. So take in that beautiful prana. Fill up that container. And release. We're going to do some movements with the shoulders now. The shoulders are driving, and we're going to do some backward circles. There we go. One at a time. Opening up. How's this feeling? Does it feel good? Does it feel hard to coordinate? Sometimes that's the case too. So one at a time, shoulders going back. And now pause. Let's get our head around this. Now we're going to go forward. And this can be a little tricky. Some mindful movements to start off our Monday. We got to really connect and think, what are we doing? There we go. Two more breaths here. And come back to center. Okay, we're going to do some movements with this part of our body. This part is going to stay stationary. Okay, and what we're going to do is imagine that we are a spoon inside of a bowl. And everyone knows what it's like to mix up a cake. And or brownies or cookies or something like that inside of a bowl. And we want to scrape the insides of the bowl so we can get it all out and into the pan or the cookie sheet or whatever we're using. So what that means that this part stays still, and we're using from the hips up to move. So we're going to start these movements, big circles, getting everything out of the bowl. Maybe you had pancakes for breakfast. Maybe this is the pancake mix in that bowl. Now let's see if we can connect our breath to this. Okay, so breathing in and breathing out. In, out, and come back to center. We're going to go the opposite way. We're going to really exaggerate the movements. So making sure we get every bit out of that bowl. All the way down in front, all the way over to the side, the back, other side. One more deep breath here. And back to center. Okay, so the body should be loosened up a little bit more now than it was when we first started. And you can feel that for yourself. How do you feel now? Does your body feel a little more at ease? So I'm going to open the floor now. I want to ask a question to those who are tuning in right now. And in a short answer with a few words, I'd like to know what things you can do to be mindful. What are some mindful activities that you do or that you've learned from this practice or from other things you've read and that you are working on? I'd like to know what you do to be mindful or some activities that can help bring more mindfulness. So whoever wants to put up your hand or let Kim know, I'd love to hear your answers. And there's no wrong answers. What do you do to create mindfulness? How do you connect, observe, slow down? Do we have anybody in the queue, Kim? What I'm going to do is read out what mindfulness is, and then you can let me know these are some things that you do, and you can add in some other things. And that's what we're doing these past few weeks, is really tuning into what mindful is and adding more mindful activities in our everyday life. So being mindful means paying attention to the present moment. So sometimes our brain starts to go into the future, maybe it goes back to the past, maybe it gets really fixated on something that's happening. So it helps us to be in the present moment. And there's activities that we do that helps to calm the body, calm the mind, and we connect to that peace and love and happiness within ourselves. And we all have that deep inside ourselves. So some things you can do are by taking a walk, going for a walk outside, watching your breath, doing some breath exercises, meditating, finding some stillness and watching your thoughts. And by being mindful and doing these things more often, we better understand our emotions. We better understand our reactions. And also we can notice our worries and our fears, as well as the excitement and things like that. So when we have awareness of ourselves, we have more awareness of those around us, the world around us. And when we have that cultivated in ourselves, that's when we can do it for the outside of us. And that creates more positivity, more acceptance, more compassion, more patience and love for others. So in a world like we are right now, especially this year, the more mindful activities that we can incorporate into our everyday life, the better it is, not just for us, but for the entire world. So if anybody has a comment or question about what you do for mindfulness or what you think mindfulness is, I would love to hear from you. Well, I know we have some very, very active members that are joining in now live. So I'll give another moment just in case somebody wants to speak. And if not, you can always put your comments in the chat box. And anybody who is watching this, please place your comments and as well as the replay, because I love to read what you're doing. Because the more we do when it comes to love, compassion, checking in with ourselves and each other, the better world this place is to be. So we're going to get up and do a little more movement now to check in with our body. So if you have a cushion or anything there, we're going to move that to the side. I'm going to come into tabletop. So that's hands and knees. Our knees are underneath our hips. Our hands are stacked underneath our shoulders. So they're pillars for our body, holding us up nice and strong, just like a table. What we're going to do is roll the shoulders down, back and away from our ears, because we want to stay long, lean, and strong in those bodies. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. So let's tuck the toes underneath, and we're going to press into the mat with our hands. And from here, we're stretching out the whole back of the body. So we're bringing our seat back behind us, feeling a stretch all down through here. And we're going to pedal it out. And we're going to breathe while we do this. So breath in, breath out. So we're going to come up on our toes. And as the heel comes down, and you're more than welcome to give a little wiggle here. Checking in, how does it feel to be in this position? To those of you who have been doing some of the fitness challenges, you might feel this a little more than others. And then we're going to find some stillness here. Pressing down into the mat, pressing it away, keeping those shoulders down from the ears. And now we're going to tiptoe all the way up to our hands. And hang out here like a rag doll, going side to side. Our feet are not moving, but from the hips, we're moving side to side. Make sure you're breathing. Arms, head is hanging low. And you can move your head around here too. Let's see how it feels to bring your toes down even more. And you can bend your knees. We're going to lift up the toes and place the hands underneath the toes. So we're going to bend our knees for this. And we're going to experiment with this sensation. Now, release your hands from there. We're going to place them on the shins. We're going to have a flat back. Breathe in. And release, breath out. Hands on the shins, breath in, and release. Back into ragdoll. We're going to have a slow roll up, stacking the bones one at a time, keeping the chin down towards the chest until last. Very slowly, resisting any urge to get up fast. Going at a snail's pace. That's it. Breathing the whole time. Come all the way up shoulders down. So I'm going to move my camera just a little bit so you make sure you can see. Okay. And so from here, we're going to bring our arms up nice and tall, lifting up our toes, placing the toes down, really gripping the mat, pressing the feet in. We're so strong. Arms up, shoulders down from the ears, breath in here. Now we're engaging the muscles in the arms really tight. And we're going to do a little bit of a back bend here. How does it feel to breathe in this back bend? And come up. Release the hands down. We're going to shake them out. Shake out the entire body, whatever feels good to you. Come into the center. And then we're going to bring some movement into the feet. So shake out those feet. Shake out those ankles. We're going to come down into a squat position. I know you're familiar with this one. So you're going to open up the legs a little bit more than shoulder width. And we're going to put our arms out in front of us. Come all the way down. We're going to hold this position. We're going to do it with a little bit of movement though. So we're going to balance the weight of our body over to the left foot, over to the right foot. Breathe in, breathe out. Make sure that you can feel all the sides of your foot. So the heel is one side, the toes is another side, the inside edge of your foot, and the outside. Keep all the weight of your body spread out evenly. And now back into center. And release. And you can come back down into a seat. I want to try a new breathing technique with you. And it's called single nostril breathing. So what we're going to do, and this can be a little funny to play with, but that's good because we want to enjoy what we're doing with our bodies and our minds. So we're going to take the right hand like this. What we're going to be doing is, we know we have two nostrils. So we're going to be breathing in and out through one nostril while we close off the other nostril. So our hand is going to come up like this. We're going to place our thumb to close off our right nostril. So just gently press it in. So then we only breathe in through one. Now the thumb or the pinky is going to come over and close off the other one when we need to do that. So the pinky on the left, and now we're breathing in and out through the right. So let's try that. So in, out, through the right. Now we'll take the thumb, place it on the right nostril, release the pinky from the left, breathe in, breathe out through the left only. So we're only using one nostril now, that's the left. All right, so we're going to begin now. And it's pretty interesting because sometimes we breathe more through one nostril than the other. And this is a really good balancing. Okay, so we're going to inhale through the left by closing off the right. So close off the right with your thumb. And we're going to inhale in and out through the left. Again, in and out through the left. Take your left pinky, place it on the left nostril. Now we're going to go in and out through the right. Close off the right. In and out through the left. In and out through the right. Close off the right. In and out through the left. So we're going to practice that on our own 3 times per side. Let the breath get deeper and faster now with these next 3 breaths. Still feeling all the way up through the belly. One more on each side. Release the hand down and breathe naturally. So this exercise helps us to tune in and balance where we might be using one side a little more than the other. And when we tune into that, we can take in more oxygen and start evening out the balance or the offset of the balance in the body. And it helps to clear the nasal cavity, clear the nostrils, and cultivate a sense of peace and calm and away from the thinking into the feeling. So any comments on that as well are welcome, and you can share those in the practice after this session. So right now we're going to invite everybody to come lie onto their back. Let's get nice and comfortable. Put a cushion or a blanket under your head if you wish, or something over your body as you lay back. And I'm going to take everyone through a nice gratitude meditation. So get nice and comfortable, lie down, take up as much space as you want when you're doing this. You want to feel completely at ease. Make sure that you can still hear me. And we will begin. Place yourself in a comfortable position. Take a few deep breaths and let your chest rise and fall with each inhalation and exhalation. When you are ready, let your eyes close. As you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, let your attention rest gently on your breath. And it's okay if your mind wanders or if an emotion starts to rise up in your body. We allow those things to come, and then we come back to the present moment. We feel each breath as it enters and exits the body. Each time that you exhale, let go of any tension that might be hanging around in the body. Soften the muscles around your neck, your jaws, your shoulders. Relax the skin on your face, your belly, your back, legs. Focus On the next exhalation, and then settle the attention around your heart. So feeling from the inside, that area around your heart in the center of the chest. Bring to mind feelings of love, compassion, empathy, kindness, as well as forgiveness. Now, with your attention on your heart center, bring to mind something or someone that you are grateful for. Take a moment to scan down through the brain and visualize this person. Now, with your chosen person visualized in your mind, continue with your slow, easy, deep breaths. Perhaps you feel gratitude for yourself right now, for being in this position, feeling this ease, feeling alive, feeling healthy, feeling connected. Perhaps you are grateful for the abundance in your life, the abundance of nature that produces food that nourishes our body, mind, and spirit. Perhaps you're feeling grateful for the abundance of nature in its scenery, the beauty of it all. Now bring your attention to the people who truly nourish your soul. The people in your life and how they bless you and fill you up with love. Take a moment and see those people in your mind right now. Feel gratitude for yourself, for your own life. Feel gratitude for the gifts that you have been given. We all are blessed with unique and individual gifts. Take a moment to recognize and show your gratitude for your gifts, what you bring to this world. Breathe it in. With ease, breathe out. Bring your attention to how this gratitude feels in your body around your heart. What sensations do you feel in your body in this area around the heart as you bring to mind gratitude for your gifts? Now, with an inhalation, let this feeling grow. Allow it to get bigger in the body. Feel it growing outwards, away from that center. Feel it expanding in your chest. This feeling of gratitude, of love and light. Allow it to spread out, opening up to your chest, out to your arms, Allow it to fill you up. It's even spreading down through the abdomen, all the way down to your feet. You are filled with this gift, gratitude, love, light. And with each inhalation that you continue to take, it grows even more, completely filling you up. And now, even as you return your attention to your breath, you let your body remember the sensations. You remember the sensations of love and gratitude for yourself, for, and that of the world around you. Each inhalation grows this feeling. Let it spread far and wide. I'm going to take our hands and place them on our chest, one on top of the other, stacked. Feel your heart beating. Feel the rise in your chest as you breathe in deeply, breathing in more of that love. It's filling you up. We're going to close our practice here with a chant of Om. And this is going to further seal in the sensation, this connection with a vibration. So we'll take a cleansing breath in and out first. Breath in. Watch your breath return to its own pace. Release your hands. We're going to put them in a prayer position. And make sure now that we reflect on ourselves with gratitude. I am grateful for my gifts. I am grateful for my life. And let's repeat that. I am grateful for my gifts. I am grateful for my life. Gently roll over onto your side. Take a breath there. And then using your top hand, start to support your body and come back into a seated position. Just the way we began. The light in me bows to the same light that is within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today, giving yourself this gift of love and a time in to connect, and as well for taking time to have gratitude for yourself and to those who have surrendered their lives to give us a better one. So if there's anybody who, that's my dog shaking and her collar rattling. If there's anybody that wants to share a question or a comment right now, you have an opportunity to do that, or even to answer the question on what you do for mindfulness in your everyday life. You can share that right now. I love to hear what you are doing or what interests you for connection and mindfulness. Well, if we don't have any answers that we want to share right now, we can give ourselves a great big hug, stretch out our arms, pat ourselves on the back, and go out and enjoy this beautiful sunny day. And we will get together again this time next week for another Mindfulness Monday.